the good old phrase, like, poor planning prevents, poor performance, or prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And an IR plan is all about that. And it is not if, it is when. And where 10 years ago, when I really started in the security, 12 years ago, when I started in the security space here with Safety Net, it was always like, it was 85% of businesses that had any incident went out of business within 12 months, generally within 6. Now we're seeing a lot more ability to recover between people knowing about it, there being less stigma with companies being hit with something happening, and not losing as much trust depending on compliance and what got hit. You're able to provide that value as that partner to be like, hey, we work with this company, we helped them recover. We were brought in when this company had a problem. Providing that value and showing that it's not just about spending more money on security, it's about proactively preparing for something.
We use the saying, Jeff, very similar. Was it failing to plan is planning to fail? And yep. It's another version, but it is convincing, not convincing, but giving the data enough information to the decision maker to recognize this could happen to them and what their game plan is if it does.
What are some times where you've had to use that plan, that having a plan kind of saved the day for you?
I can start real quick. Not for us. Thankfully, we haven't had anything internally where we've had to use our own internal plan. We had a client where they signed the contract and we were about to go live. And we were going live on a Monday. The Friday before they went live, their exchange got popped with the exchange hack from a couple years ago. And their site got cryptoed through exchange. And we came in that Monday and we're like, they tried to do it internally and brought us in. But we used pieces of our plan to help them on where we immediately saw what was going on. We prevented them from making any further changes and then started going through the broad steps of our own plan as if it was us to help cover them. We knew what to do. We knew when to call insurance. We knew when to call forensics because we had already laid that out in our own plan. So, that was a really big help to have that knowledge ahead of time and not have to be like, oh, well, what do? We don't know. Kind of already had it laid out for us. And presenting that plan to them allowed us to convince them to finally get insurance involved 4 days later than we would have liked, but we were able to get them recovered within a week after that. So, it was a big deal.
Becky, for us, we use our IR plan in different ways. Some of our clients, some of the mid-sized healthcare clients we have, don't really have don't have an incident response plan. They have DR plans and they have what I would call an IR plan light, if I would even be that kind. So we use ours a lot at different levels. So let me give a case in point. This is a true story, happened last week. We actually got an alert from Huntress. It's a Huntress SOC alert that detected that one of our clients, and a physician, had launched a VPN client that had not been used in months, and it recognized that as abnormal behavior, and it suspended his access to systems. And we got the alerts. Once that happens, our incident response manager reaches out to leadership, follows their process, reaches out to leadership for the medical. It's a large medical practice. And OBGYN practice reached out to our designated points of contact. So they were aware, worked with the physician. Our forensic team would then work with the physician, confirm, did you actually do this, et cetera. And what we had found was he uses a specific VPN when he's out on vacation. He had not used it in months, which would be why he hadn't used it. But the system did its job. We then downgraded it from an issue down to a benign, just to close the ticket out as benign issue. But that's how we will leverage our IR plan for a situation like that, or even a business email compromise. We'll leverage our IR plan for that as well. It doesn't always have to be used for these enormous situations where a system's down and ransomware and things like that. So what I'm saying is the IR plan can be like it could be part of your culture and how you handle those types of incidents throughout throughout the day.